My husband lied to me during one of our most intimate moments. Now I don't know how to trust him. My husband, 40 male and I, 39 female, have been married 14 years, together 17. Last night, after a night out drinking, which is rare for us, we were in bed cuddling and just talking. He told me there was something he needed to tell me. I got nervous a little, but I didn't figure it could be too serious. It didn't seem like the kind of moment you'd ruin with something awful, but it was a bombshell. He recently went on a work trip and was gone for 6 weeks. I've sent him racy photos before, but whenever he brought up video, I was never comfortable. Not comfortable enough with myself or my body, but this time, I was feeling more confident, so I went out of my comfort zone. We had FaceTime sex. Before we started, I made him promise he wasn't going to record it. I even asked once during just to be sure. He convincingly told me no. He said it in a way that made me believe him, that he respected my wishes, that he understood how vulnerable I felt. Back to last night. He started by telling me how sexy he found what we did, and how amazing it was for him. My heart sank. I asked him if he recorded it. He said he did, just a portion of it. Then he went on to tell me again how sexy it was, how it's the only thing he wants to watch when he's going at it alone. I got quiet. My body tensed. He asked if I was mad. I couldn't even find the words for how I felt. He said over and over that he'd delete it if I wanted him to. I told him it wasn't just about the video. It was the betrayal. He promised me he wouldn't record it, and then lied to my face. He knew what he was doing in that moment. And still, I'm not sure he even really understood what a betrayal it was. I told him exactly that. He said he knew, and again repeated he'd delete it if I wanted. I didn't say much. I just told him I wanted to go to sleep, because I did. I didn't want to think about it. I couldn't. Then he got defensive and said, "This is why I don't," and didn't finish the sentence. And now all I can think is, what was he going to say? What was he about to justify? That he finally came clean? A month later? What did he expect me to feel? This morning, I just went about my routine, got the kids ready for school, said goodbye, like everything was normal, but it's not. I need to have a conversation about it. I need to tell him I'm not mad. I'm deeply hurt, but I don't know what kind of reaction from him wouldn't hurt more. Is this as big as it feels to me? If he gets defensive again, how much damage will that do to our relationship? We've been through a lot in nearly 20 years. Minor betrayals, disagreements, all relationships have them. But this feels worse than anything, because now I know he's capable of looking me in the eye and lying in a moment that was vulnerable and sacred for me. How can I trust him again? Not just with that, because it won't happen again, but with anything? He broke something, and I don't know how to fix it, or if I even want to. Update, long and emotional, still processing. Thank you all for the comments and support. I've started making my way through them, but while I was reading, my husband called, and I wanted to share what happened while it's still fresh, or at least as much as I can remember, because emotions really clouded my recollection of this conversation. He called while driving to his next job, and we were just talking about dinner plans and the evening. I said, "We'll need to have a conversation too." He finally gave me the sorry I'd been looking for, and a lot more. Not in a good way. He said he was sorry he recorded it, but that he thought I knew he was going to. I didn't understand. I reminded him I specifically asked him not to, even during, and he said something like, "Yeah, but you said it like new, so I thought you knew I was." I repeated that I clearly remember him saying no sincerely, that I trusted that. Then he said I should be flattered that he wanted to keep it, that I could make money off it, that he had such a sexy wife he'd rather watch me than watch porn. It felt like a mess of pathetic excuses, like he was just grasping at anything to avoid me being mad. He kept saying he'd delete the video, and again I told him, it's not about the video, it's that he lied to my face. He knew what he was doing, and he lied in a moment that was vulnerable and intimate for me. He said sorry again, multiple times. Then he got defensive. He said he knew I'd hold this over his head, that I always do, and that I'd bring it up a month or a year from now. I tried to explain to him the physical pain I felt when he told me the truth last night, and that it came back during this conversation. The pressure in my chest, the sting in my fingertips, even my teeth hurt. It's a feeling I've only ever had during deep emotional pain, and not in years. He glossed right over it. He said, "What do you want me to say? What can I do?" I told him I didn't know, that the only thing he could do is wait for me to trust him again. Then he took it exactly where deep down, I always feared he would. He flipped the blame. He said I lied to him all the time. So here's where I'm going to be honest. Because I want real feedback. I want to know if this is the same. I'm a chronic pain patient. I lost my pain management doctor a year ago when the DEA started cracking down on providers prescribing long-term opioids, even to patients like me with real documented needs. That doctor had me on a dose that helped me live my life. Not high, just functioning. When I lost him, I went months without relief, and my husband had to carry a lot of the load at home. Eventually I found a new doctor, but they're much more conservative. I now get a little less than half the medication I used to. It helps, but it's not enough. Some days, I take more than I'm supposed to. I've never taken so many that I felt high or couldn't function. You wouldn't even know by looking at me. But when I run low, the pain hits hard, and I can't do what I used to. The house gets messy, the chores pile up, and then he picks up the slack. He asks me how many pills I've taken. And I've elite. I'll say 3, what I'm supposed to take. Or 4 when it's really 5 or 6. I do it to avoid fighting. That's the truth. He brought this up today, and said that's why he lied to me, to avoid the fight. I told him I didn't think it was the same, that taking an intimate, emotional moment, and violating my consent, while lying directly to my face, felt like a much deeper betrayal. He said he wasn't mad at me for feeling this way, but it felt like he was trying to show how gracious he was being for not yelling at me. Like he was the one forgiving me now. He kept saying we both make mistakes, that I shouldn't use this against him later. I don't know. I'm honestly numb right now. I can feel my brain trying to shut this down. I've been through trauma. I've done therapy. I know what dissociation feels like. This is it. It's like a blanket. One that keeps me from breaking in the moment, but pushes the pain down until it surfaces again later harder. Maybe that's why he thinks I bring up old shit. Because I didn't fully process it at the time. Not because I want to punish him, but because I couldn't handle it then. I don't know what to think anymore.